Hey everyone, backpacking, hiking is becoming really popular. In the last 10 years, just in the US alone, it's almost doubled from like around 32 million to about 58, 59 million. And about 16% of those are folks that are over 60. So, I want to tell you a few tips for those who are a little bit older who want to go come and do this. Alright, stick around. Hey everyone, I'm David on Earth. Thanks for checking out the channel. You know, as we get older, things get a little tougher, right? Like, it's not as easy as it used to be when we were in our 20s and 30s and 40s.
Hold on, wait.
Like, you know, walking. You may have heard of this guy named John Anderson, 71 years old, hiked the 2,650 mile Pacific Crest Trail in 2022. 71 years old. So how does he do that kind of stuff? How do we do that kind of stuff and get out here and be a lot more active than what maybe some of our other folks that we know same age? You know, I've only been doing this hiking and backpacking thing seriously for the past 10 years, since I was about 50 or so. I did it many years ago. Just got back into it when I got a little bit older. And still learning stuff. Have learned a lot. Still learning stuff. So here's a few things that I've learned along the way that might help you. And if you're the same age, if you learned other things as well, some comments down below would be helpful. Alright, check it out. Okay, number one, and this is true whether you're going to be hiking or doing anything crazy like I do, take care of yourself. You know, we spent, if you're like me and a lot of others I know, you spend your whole life taking care of everybody else. You were always number 2 or 3 or maybe last on the list. It's come time now, you know, the kids are out of the house and your job is winding down and you're starting to look at the rest of those golden years and what they might look like. Time to take care of you, right? Start eating better. Start getting a full night's rest, you know. There's all kinds of things we can do for our health and our well-being that we just didn't have time to do when we were younger. But now's the time, you know. Start taking care of your physical and mental well-being, maybe more than you have your entire life. Because this will prepare you for hiking and backpacking. It'll prepare you for a lot of things, right? So on another video up here, I talked about, you know, that I have a chronic condition, health condition. I've had it for a lot of years, and I've had some precancerous stuff going on. Well, that's another video. I don't want to do that here, but just to point out that we all start in our own place, right? We all have a different starting place for this thing. So no matter what that is, you know, no guilt trip, just realize where you're at and where you need to be and start working on that. Number 2 is build a conditioning program. Now this is a mental and physical conditioning program, because out here it's a lot of mental stuff, but physical, definitely you got to be prepared for the trail physically to be able to do this, right? You have to be able to walk right. You have to be able to get through a day without, you know, breaking anything. So what I've done is every morning, every weekday morning, I do some calisthenics. It's only like a 15-minute, 20-minute thing, and it's just a normal routine that I do, some calisthenics, general conditioning stuff. And then in the afternoon, I will get on my incline trainer and I'll do about a half hour in there. And that's just general everyday maintenance. That doesn't really prepare you for the trail. So what I do to prepare me for the trail is I get out whenever I can, every weekend, and get some miles on the trail. I'll start off with a light backpack, low miles, low elevation, low challenge, and I'll start working my way up. Well, now it's April and I am hiking today with a full backpack because I'm getting ready to go do some stuff, and I'll tell you about that in another video coming up real soon. But I'm preparing for that trip, so I slowly increasing my my elevation, my distance, the weight I put on my back, the challenge of the trail, just to slowly condition me. Okay, so number 2 is have a program, start getting more physically and mentally fit for the trail. And number 3 in preparing for the trail is to go see your doctor. Tell them what you're about to do. Tell them what you've been preparing to do. Make sure you have all those things checked out that you need to have checked out, and get the doctor's opinion about, you know, the kind of precautions you should take or the kind of things you should do to prepare. You might also see a physical trainer or a certified one, and to get their advice on what you should do. Before I went on the Colorado Trail, I went to see my cardiologist because of my chronic condition, and I also went to go see a podiatrist because I had some feet problems that I was dealing with. Now they gave me some great advice. You know, the podiatrist was about shoes, was about, you know, the kind of things I needed to do to take care of my feet. He gave me all kinds of advice. My cardiologist gave me a clean bill of health to go and live your best life, David. That's what he said. Yeah, it's good advice for anybody. All right, so go see Doc. Now those are a few tips that you should think about before you go on the trail, your preparation work. So what about when you're on the trail? I got a few more. First of all, listen to your body, right? Don't listen to your head, because your head's gonna tell you you're 20 years old again and you can do anything. All right, your body's gonna tell you what's too much, and if you can go further, if you can do more. The kind of pains that you feel, you know the difference, right? Between what's a bad injury and what's just achy muscles, right? So listen to your body, and don't listen to anybody else, right? If you're hiking with a bunch of younger folks, let them go do whatever they're gonna do. Let them be crazy in their own way. You be crazy in your way, but you control that, right? I made the mistake once of you know, trying to keep up. I got into an overuse situation, and it wasn't good for me. I'm still suffering the injury still today, several years later. So listen to your body and follow that. Number 2 is find your pace. Find the pace that works for you. So if you're hiking with somebody else, if they're going at a different speed, that's fine. In the morning, maybe you decide that you're going to meet up in a place. In 3, 2, 1. So I stopped recording because there were some folks that were coming down the trail and I didn't want them to feel a little bit awkward about me talking to the camera. They recognized me. That's the first time anyone on the trail recognized me. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of weird. All right.
And now for the rest of the story.
All right, so what we're talking about? We're talking about go your own pace. All right, so if you're hiking with some folks that travel at a different speed, maybe they're faster, maybe slower, just decide that you're going to meet up at a place for a rest or for camping for the night. And just kind of everyone enjoy their own pace. Don't worry about it, just enjoy it. The next little tip is rest often. Once every hour, maybe 2, you know, whatever your body feels like, rest as often as you like. Learn how to rest, you know, kick your feet up, lay back, whatever works best for you to rest your little bones, just go ahead and do that. Get some water in you, have little snacks, you know, get to feel what your body needs, and just you know, rest as often as you like. Don't worry about others that you want to keep going. Let them go. You find a nice place to rest, yeah, park your bones there for a while. Next is go as ultra light as you can afford. Now you'll hear a lot of young folks talk about being ultra light, and that's kind of the craze. When you get older, you do it for different reasons. When you're younger, you want to go faster and farther, and you want to be the king of the hill. When you're a little bit older, you want to take the stress off of your body. And the more weight you're carrying, the more stress you're going to have. So take care of yourself in that way. Go as light as you possibly can. Next, trekking poles. Trekking poles as we get older become more important because stability, right? So when you're younger, you can move around, you can recover from slips and slides and whatever, and maybe your muscles are more adept to making those kind of adjustments on the trail. But as we get older, our reaction times get a little bit slower, and so those poles really help out with stability. And even if you're younger, I have a video on that tells you about the benefits of trekking poles. And then a satellite communicator is always helpful, no matter who you are on the trail, but especially when you get older. You have people that are become more concerned about your well-being when you're out there. So it's good to have those little communicators. Send them a message. Maybe they can track you, whatever. It's a nice little tool, and it really helps out those people back at home. It'll help you on the trail too.
Yeah.
And the last and maybe most important thing is just to enjoy your time. Make some memories. Stop and smell the roses, like they say, right? Just soak it in, because this might be, you know, the last time in your life when you'll be able to do something like this. So just soak it all in. Just enjoy it. Make the best of it that you can. All right. So if you like what's going on here on my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Like this video if it helped you out. Comments down below. I'd like to know your tips. If you're an older hiker, what have you learned along the way? Let us know. Let's make a conversation. Alright, so it's a beautiful day. I gotta hit the trail. It's early spring here in Colorado, about the middle of April. Still have snow on the ground, got a little snow the other day. So, but it's a beautiful temperature out here today. We're really enjoying it. Alright, so I'll see you on the trail.